Well, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Coach Rosa. Grab your cup of coffee and let's chat for a few minutes. This morning I'm having a French vanilla, half regular, half decaf. Mm, I love my flavored coffees. So I thought we'd go live for a few minutes this morning and talk about that money mindset of yours. And if you're watching, give me a shout out. Tell me in the comments. Yeah, I need to work on my money mindset. Or hey, I've transformed mine and it's amazing. Tell us where you are. And if you watch on the replay, give me a shout out. Say hi, replay. If you are, I'm streaming, so we're live on multiple channels. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel and like it. Thank you if you do. And I will tag my friend Mike Chablik also and LinkedIn and Facebook because I'm going to include him in my coffee talk, even though he doesn't know I'm talking about him today. And that's because we're talking about your money mindset. And your money mindset, we have a mindset about everything. So anything you do in life, whether it's any part of your life, your finances, your career, your business, your family, your relationships, your romance, uh, anything, health, fitness, you have a mindset, fixed mindset around it. And you have a set of beliefs. And if you saw my live the other day when I went walking on Facebook, I talked about the rules we live by, the rules that we provide for ourselves, and we abide by these rules, and then we don't question them, even though they may not be our original decisions. Well, that's part of what happens with the mindset. The mindset has been conditioned, and this is going to alarm you, but it's true. By the time you're about 5 years old, you've been conditioned to believe what you believe. At the roots of what you believe can easily trace back to before you were 5 years old. It's completely out of your awareness. You don't even know. And the messages you hear and the decisions you make about who you are, who you are as a person, trace back to that. What do I need to succeed in this environment? And nobody's blaming anybody. I'm not taking that path. I'm saying this is why we should question our mindset and our beliefs. Because I don't know how many of you have hung out with a 4-year-old? I do. I hang out with a 4-year-old twice a week, my grandson. And I wouldn't say that his decisions are how I should make my decisions today well, how old am I now? 58? I think I'm 58 now. Yeah, I think so. How'd that happen? In my mind, I'm 29. um, but the mindset is influenced throughout our lives, starting very, very early, the messages you hear as a child, and then the things we experience as we grow up. So that's why people who were in the Depression were always very frugal, right? And then you had, individuals who, the me generation, they had everything we gave, there was a lot given, right? And they were more comfortable with money, let's say. The minimalist mindset has a different view of money. It's like, this is a responsibility that I don't feel like we need to just spend it without it having a purpose, and I'm over exaggerating, but those are all mindsets. And I want to invite you to our free workshop we're doing on Thursday. Mike Chablik and myself are going to be having a great conversation about your mindset, your money mindset. And we're going to talk about the scarcity mindset that people have and how it drives them to make decisions. And if you shift that mindset to an abundant mindset, a proper mindset about money, it's not just there's only one of these purple pens, and if I can't have it, if I have it, then you can't, or if you have it, then I don't get it. That's a scarcity mindset. There's only so many purple pens. An abundant mindset is, wherever I look, I can find a purple pen. Like, look at this. As I'm talking to you, I'm realizing that in my pen thing, I have another purple pen, and I bet if I try again, I can find something else that's similar to purple. If I kept moving around here, I'm not going to do it because that's not a great flattering look. But there are multiple ways to have what you want in your life. Doesn't have to be scarcity. And when you start justifying these things, because what we do is we make decisions out of emotion and we justify with logic. And Mike and I are going to talk about that. Mike's probably going to talk more about that side of it because he's an expert when it comes to money. It's his business, right? Managing people's money. And, but what I love about him, because we're friends and we're good friends, is we have similar backgrounds. We came from the scarcity mindset. We know how uncomfortable it felt to ask for something. And because the feedback from our parents would have been, this is not possible. Like, I can't buy that for you because we have no money. And when you grow up with that scarcity feeling inside you, and it stays in your brain, you have to train your brain to look at things differently. And we have different stories and different journeys on how we did it. But it's fun to talk about because we did. We shifted our mindsets and we created far more abundance. And we're really helping other people shift their mindsets as well in lots of different areas. So I just wanted to talk about money because I know a lot of you are interested in money. And if you're watching, let me know, how does this topic sound to you? I'm curious. And I know it's early. It's early in the morning. So you may be watching on the replay. So here's what we're going to talk about: scarcity mindset. We're going to talk about the abundant mindset. We're going to share some stories, and we're going to share some strategies to help you shift that mindset. So I will show you. I have one here. I'll show you one of mine, just off the cuff. Some of my strategies. One of my strategies that I use that helps shift that mindset is a mantra that is going to change the way I feel, right? So if I saw a bill come in, this was years ago, I was in a lot of debt years ago, a lot of debt. It was embarrassing. It's embarrassing to even think about. Well, I'm over the embarrassment now, and I'm starting to talk about it because I know it helps you. But for years, I felt shame about it and didn't tell anyone. It was a big secret. And it took me about 10 years to eliminate that, to get rid of that. And I turned it all around. Like, not only did I eliminate it, but I had a very nice savings. I had no debt. I had a 401k, which I never had before. I had abundance of money. I could do the things I wanted to do. And it was all because of up here. It really is. It's shifting. So one of my mantras back then is money is abundant in my life. And I would imagine when I saw those bills that they were paid in full, completely paid in full. And I would write it down. I'd pay the bill, and I'd have to work on myself to not feel that stress of, oh no, I better write that check. I had to change that feeling. And I imagined when it came and it said paid in full and it was no more a bill, like the bill was gone. It was because this was an ongoing payment. PIF, we used to call it, paid in full, when I was in sales. And I'd write paid in full, thank you. I'd imagine that the phone would ring and the person who was at the time the debt collector would say, it was a pleasure doing business with you. You're also paid in full. Thank you. And I felt that relief. It's hard to go there when you are in the middle of stress, right? When the reality, what you see in front of you looks different than what you want in your mind. But you must master the ability to move past what you see in front of you and embrace what you want in your mind to give you the momentum and the confidence to take the action. And I did. I did it. I'm speaking from 100% true transparency and honesty. You can shift that mindset. The other thing I have, and I'll show it to you, it's not done, but I'm working on one, is, this is one of my vision boards. So this is a pseudo vision board. This isn't actually done yet. But when I was working on money, it had more focus on money. Now here, there's one that says, there's a money one, and it says, I'm financially abundant and money flows to me naturally. The one that I had years ago, during that chapter of my life, had a lot of things like paid in full, I remember I had one that had like, I can see the picture. Oh, it had a picture of a house, and it was like mortgage free, something like that. And we are so like that close right now. And I had, excuse me. Oh, I printed out a a balance on my checking account or my bank account, and I changed the numbers on it so it would look like it had a heck of a lot more money. So I took a screenshot of it and then I changed the number, and the deposits were good, a good size deposit. And I would look at those things and I would say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it really does get your brain in a better place to say, I can do that. I can do that. Now, this is just one technique. I'm just sharing with you a simple strategy. Having a mantra, having something that you look at that redirects your brain, and going there emotionally, going to the outcome and feeling how good it feels. And I'll tell you, as we're talking about this, when I remember the day that I made that final payment, when I had that massive chunk that I had to, that really was probably a turning point in my life, a big turning point in my life. I remember when I made the final payment, how good it felt. And I also called one of my girlfriends, the one person I confided in. I didn't confide in anyone, my husband and my girlfriend. That was it. And it was because we were away for the weekend and we were taking a seminar together. It was called, it was T. Harv Eckert, by the way, the Millionaire Mindset or something like that. The Millionaire Mindset? Something like that. We did this workshop together, and I told her about my financial thing I was in, and I didn't want to share that with anyone because it was embarrassing. And I called her to tell her that I had paid it. But here's the thing. Now, I felt elated when I did this. But because I did it in my mind so many times, because that was another visualization, calling her and saying, I did it. I did it. I'm debt free. I'm free. And it was familiar, the feeling, because I'd done it in my mind by that time 1,000 times. I mean, it took 10 years to get rid of it, right? And that was like, if I visualized it 100 times a year, right? I did it 1,000 times. And when it happened, it was like coming home. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember this feeling. It feels good. It wasn't like, well, it feels different than I imagined. It felt like I imagined. And it was familiar, which is good. It's good for the mind to know this is a good feeling. Say, I took care of this. It's done. And we celebrate, right? We celebrate with people when we do that. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the money mindset. I'm really excited about it. I will tag Mike because he'll be with me, and he has so many amazing stories. He has the best stories, and he's very funny. So he'll tell us about some of the, and maybe conversations he's had where someone's making a decision from a scarcity mindset, and he's thinking, wait a minute, that's not the right frame of mind to make a decision like this. You can't be successful if you make a decision from that frame of mind. Let's shift to a different frame of mind and then make a decision. Is that telling you? And it's great because it's such a good point, because we see ourselves in that. And I can tell you, I've done that. If you are leaving something because you want to get away from it, because you hate it, that's not a creative mindset. You have to step into a different mindset of, I want this because it makes me so happy and it serves me. And we create from that mindset. It's not a painful mindset. It's really a much more motivating and fulfilling mindset. So I'd love to see you Thursday morning, 10 o'clock. There's still room for the class. So what I'll do is I'll pop in a link for you and give me a shout out. And for some reason, if you didn't see the link, message me or feel free to message me or tag me and let me know you'd like information. I'd be happy to share it with you because I love being part of your journey. I really do. It's a true honor to be your guide and part of your coaching and training and mentoring on this journey we call life, and we're doing it together. Have a great, great day. Thanks. Take care, guys.